Hello, YouTube and members of the comic book community. Welcome back to Mastodon Comics and Collecting. This is my 2019 year in review. These are my top pickups. I'm going to start this off with a book that I received as an AOK from Seawater 19 at Baltimore. I thought it was appropriate because it highlights the community and what the community means and what it has become to mean to me. Um, uh, Got there and being introduced to people. Well, let me reverse that. This book in particular. The first few issues, which have Frank Bruner's involvement, was brought to my attention by Seawater 19. And I took it upon myself to add these to my list, seek them out, and collect the Frank Bruner books. It's a short run, about 5-6 issues. He may have done the cover to issue 7. I can't remember. But it was a conversation that Carson and I had regarding this book and Frank Bruner's art and the stories themselves, and got to Baltimore and being introduced to everybody and first meetings and so forth, and he hands me this book, and I didn't know what to say, because it was to me it was unnecessary, not unnecessary, but it was unexpected, we'll say, which is really what this community is all about, is the friendships and the kinships and that we forge, and it's just great. And this is a prime example. This also, with the AOK of the Strange Tales book that I ended up getting signed by Jim Steranko, that was AOK to me, actually at the con, from JD Comics, highlights the he just here, because I on a whim I said I didn't bring any books because I didn't really intend to get anything signed, and he pulled that book out and he handed it to me. He says, I read this on the airplane, and which I thought was really cool, so I took that and got it signed. But I want to thank both Carson and JD for that as well. It added to the experience. Next book that I picked up was on my want list for the year. Is Weird Wars Tales #1. This book, whether it eluded me either through not being able to find it in the wild, or not being able to find it at a decent price on line. I managed to find this one, I think around $45. Other copies that I had seen were going for $80. So I thought that was a hell of a good deal. I think I got it on an off day, so it was a good deal. This one has kind of a sentimental value as far as the run itself. I had unwittingly started this run when I was a kid. My parents had gotten me several of these at an auction, the Weird War Tales, and I developed a fondness of the art of Joe Kubert and Louis Dominguez, and it's kind of an anthology series. So there's multiple creators involved. I know early in Jam DeMatteis's career, he did a story in it. Mike Grell, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez did a story in an issue. I actually have a couple of those books signed by those creators, which is great. But this one, I was very happy to get this. Very happy because I asked around about it at Baltimore, and everybody was like, "Good luck." So I was pleased. Another one I was pleased to add to the collection is X-Men number 17, Silver Age X-Men. It's my favorite X-Men cover, that deep red cover. I was very happy to find this. I got this for less than $20. I shot the person an offer, and they accepted. And it's a CBCS 4.0. I've been kicking around the idea of sending this in. I have another CBCS slab. I've been kicking around the idea of sending this into CGC, take advantage of their discount if they're still running that. They may not be. I don't know. To get them both slab, but it's a very nice copy, very clean. It says no restoration check has been performed, so be fun to find out what the difference is. Another one I had on my list was New Mutants Annual number 2, First Appearance of Psylocke. I was happy to get this because this one is one of those ones that eluded me in the wild. I was unable to find it online for a decent price, but I found this one for less than $15. Free shipping if memory serves me right. And I was able to complete the New Mutants run. As far as I'm concerned, unless New Mutants 98 decides to take a drastic dive in price, I am happy with substituting the facsimile to complete the run. This one was on my want list for last year. Friends and Senate on the cover. This is the Mighty Thor number 411. His first cameo appearance of the New Warriors. A run that I completed this last year. I was happy to complete, and I was happy to get this one because for some reason I prefer this cover over 412 because it is, I don't know, it's this classic Juggernaut. And I was pleased to find it. It was funny. I added it to my want list, or to my watch list on eBay, and the seller actually contacted me with a decreased price, and I couldn't pass it up. So I got that, and it's very clean. There's a few ticks up the spine, but other than that, it's in great shape. Some books that I had not really on my want list, but I had them on my radar. Adventure Comics number 250. This is the first of Silver Age appearance of Green Arrow, and I'm a Green Arrow fan. I have them on my arm, so I'm a Green Arrow fan, and I'm also a Jack Kirby fan, and this is what is known as his first Silver Age appearance, and I picked this up for around $40 at Baltimore. I thought it was a good deal. And it usually goes in tandem as far as first Silver Age appearance of Green Arrow with Adventure Comics number 256, which is the origin story as told by Jack Kirby. And I picked this up for around $100. And I determined that I had made a decent deal because I looked this one up. In other places, it was going for about $50 to $75 more than what I paid. So there's that. It's well loved, that's for sure. But that cover is it's pretty cool. I'm not a Superboy fan or Superman fan, but that cover is pretty sweet. Carl Swan, I believe. Another one of the run completers was Moon Knight number 25 with the error, the dot. I was glad to pick this one up. I picked this one up for less than $20. I know some people were paying almost $30 to $40 for it. It's a hot book. Some aspects I can see why, but I'm gonna call this my number one pick as a Jack Kirby fan, and New Gods number 1, 8.0 off white to white pages. I got this earlier in the year around April, I believe. Sometime after C2E2, or during C2E2. I can't remember, but it was March or April. It had eluded me early in the year. The book had started to get hot, and I was starting to get frustrated. And then this one came up on an auction, and I put 80 in as my bid, and lo and behold, 80 took it. In my mind, it was a good deal. I got the book. I may have paid a little more than I wanted to, but I ended up buying a couple other books. With the X-Men 17, I added X-Men number 39, which is the first the costume change. That's a 5.0. I was glad to have that in my collection as well. But this is basically the pinnacle of my year. And I finished the New Gods and New Warriors, Moon Knight, New Mutants. It was a great year for the Mastodon, and I forged a lot of new friendships, and I hope I forge a lot more new friendships. That's all I have for today. That's my year in review for 2019. My top pickups. And everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, please. If not, tell me why in the comments. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Leave a comment. All that good stuff. And as always, keep collecting, keep reading, and keep sharing.